Hey there, welcome to eCom Blitz, Colton here. And look, I just wanted to go ahead and give you a quick start guide to e-commerce. So basically, I'm going to show you the fastest way to get to $100 to $500 a day with very little startup funds needed. So this is going to take you over that first learning curve. This is going to get you on a very good basis, making you some very good income and getting you some good results. And the goal of this is to kind of just put that into perspective, how easy that is to do it and how you can actually go out there and do that. So first of all, what you need to know is what dropshipping is, okay? So dropshipping is when you purchase the product from a factory or warehouse after the sale for lower than retail pricing, okay? So what that means is you're not going to be paying the cost you're selling it for, basically. You're going to be paying much lower than the cost you're selling it for. You're going to get it for nearly bulk pricing, a little bit over bulk pricing, but you're definitely going to get it lower than retail pricing. So that's what dropshipping is. You purchase it after you already make the sale. Okay. So this is the easiest way and the safest way to get started with e-commerce. Okay. You literally have practically no risks when you're dropshipping. You can, if you don't make a sale, then you don't purchase anything. It's not like you're going to buy 100 stuffed koala bears and not be able to sell them because people don't want to buy these stuffed koala bears. Okay. You only purchase it after you have the sale. So that lowers the risk factor extremely low. Also, it makes you very nimble so you can test out different niches and different products and such like that. So it's extremely risk-free and your startup cost is very low, which is why it's so great for a beginner. In fact, I've made over $1 million in revenue by holding absolutely no stock. So that was only from dropshipping. The only thing I did was dropship and I made over $1 million in revenue. So it's a very good business model, okay? A lot of people think it's just small time game and it's not going to make you a lot of money, but dropshipping really can make you a lot of money. You don't have to go out there and buy a lot of bulk stock, and you don't necessarily have to go out there and do branding, because if you're branding your products, you're going to have to buy bulk stock, because distribution centers don't really want to put a brand on it if you don't buy bulk. Of course, it's not worth their time. But you don't need to have your own product, really. You don't have to have your own backpack with your logo on it or anything. And you also don't need to buy bulk stock. Okay, so you can just drop ship, you can buy it after you make the sale, and you can ship it directly to them from the factory or warehouse, and you can still make a lot of money. You can still build an extremely profitable, scalable, sustainable business from dropshipping. So that's absolutely why I recommend dropshipping, especially to beginners. And tons of other people have made lots of money from it. Like, so many people in the eCom Blitz community are making massive amounts of money. It's absolutely insane. And there's just plenty of money to go around, really. So my entire point being, beginners should always start off dropshipping. You can really take an entire career out of dropshipping. You don't necessarily even have to buy bulk at all. But especially beginners should start off dropshipping. So now let's get to the actual quick start guide. First of all, it's quite simple. You need a store. You need an e-commerce store to make sales. You just need there's no way around it. You'll need a store. So what I personally use is cartgrab.com for my own stores. I made the software myself. This is my own company. This is my own software. This is not necessarily a sales pitch or anything for CartGrab. I'm just telling you what I use. I designed it because it works. It makes a lot of people a lot of money. There's hundreds, thousands of customers at this point, and it just works extremely well. There's alternatives out there for a store platform, but that's what I personally use. Later on, I'm going to be emailing you some training about how exactly to set up your store, but for this example, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know what store platform I use. So continuing on, then all you need after a store is traffic. Okay, so you need potential customers. After that traffic, you just need to convert those potential customers into paying customers. And keyword paying customers. I mean, a business is quite literally nothing without paying customers, of course. So it kind of goes like this. First, you need to set up your store. Then you need to select a niche. You can find your niche from our list below this video. You can also find products. Well, you need to find products your audience is going to buy, pretty much. So products they're passionate about. Okay, so a golfer is passionate about golfing, of course. So if you sell him some golf clubs, he probably will be a lot more likely to buy those golf clubs than somebody who likes playing bowling, for example. Somebody who's passionate about bowling is not going to want to buy golf clubs. Somebody who's passionate about golfing is not going to want to buy a bowling ball. That's what I mean. You need to have passionate products for people that are passionate about your niche. Okay, those two go hand in hand. And then you have to find those products off of dropshipping sites such as AliExpress and DHgate.com. And then the third step is, of course, send traffic. Buy your traffic through Facebook. That's the most popular most profitable advertising source out right now. And then 4, make sales, of course. And then 5, follow up with those who bought and sell them more stuff. It's pretty simple. When I say sell them more stuff and follow up, I'm primarily referring to email marketing, but you can also do Facebook ads, retargeting, and stuff like that. So here's kind of a visual representation of an advanced e-commerce store. And now when I say advanced, it doesn't mean you can't do this if you're a beginner. It's actually incredibly simple either way, but this is really an advanced e-commerce store. It's still simple. Okay. So as you can see, we have our store and homepage and our product page. This is where this is the first click. So if somebody Googles our store, pulls us up in Google, clicks on our homepage, this is where they're going to go. Now if we're advertising and we put a Facebook ad out and they click on our product page, that's the first page they're going to see. So when I say store, that's the first page our customers land on no matter what. Okay. And so after that, the main goal is to sell them. So then they go down to our checkout page. And then after they check out, they go ahead and go down to our one-click upsell. Okay, so the key feature in Cart Grab, the platform I personally use and designed and a lot of people use as well, is we have one-click upsells, okay? So what that means is immediately after the checkout page, all they have to do is click a button and their card gets charged additional. And it's completely legal. There's nothing shady about it. They can also click no thanks if they don't like the product. You know, we're not trapping them in or anything. But it makes it a lot more profitable because people are much more likely to purchase another product after they purchase the first one. It's called a micro commitment. Once they make a small commitment, they're much more likely to buy another product. It's kind of like when you go to a pizza place and you want to buy a slice of pizza, but then they offer you a whole pizza for half the price. Let's just say they offer it for half the price and you already swiped your card and they ask you, hey, do you want to go ahead and buy this pizza? You know, if you don't buy it, we're going to throw it out. We'll give it to you half the price. And you'll be like, yeah, I mean, sure. Why not? I mean, you're already in the buying mode. That's the point. You're much more likely to buy more once you've already bought something. And that's how powerful one-click upsell is. All they have to do is click a button and their card is charged. And so you can do that with Cart Grab. I don't think you can really do that with any other e-commerce store platform, however. And then after that, they get added to our email list for sales and promotions forever. So that means quite literally you can keep offering them special sales, special promotions, and you can make more money off of them even after the initial sale. And as you guys should probably have noticed by now, I have 2 arrows pointing to the left and the right. So what that means is if they land on our product page from a Facebook ad and then they don't go to our checkout page and they just leave, then we can go ahead and retarget them with the Facebook ad. So that means once they hit our page, they're going to see us again on their timeline until they purchase something via Facebook ads. So we can say something like, hey, did life get in the way? You want to come back and get this awesome deal? And then they're much more likely to come back and purchase that product after they've already seen our product. So it's a lot more cheaper to advertise to someone who's already familiar with their brand. And that's the power behind a Facebook retargeting ad. And in the past, for me, they have performed exceptionally well. And then as you can see to the left, we have another thing that says if they abandon checkout. What that means is they landed on our product page, then they landed on our checkout page, but however, they did not finish purchasing their product. Now with Cart Grab, I'm not too sure about the other e-commerce platforms, keep in mind, because, you know, of course, I'm going to know my own platform the best. So with Cart Grab, if they enter in their email and then they don't enter in their payment details, it goes ahead and stores their email anyways. So what that means is immediately you can add them into a follow-up sequence. You can add them into a cart. So what it's called is an abandonment protection. So if they abandon your checkout sequence, you can go ahead and send them an email each day. So let's say you send them one email an hour later, one email 24 hours later, and one email 48 hours later. And each email kind of pushes them back into your cart to check out that product. So the first email could be like, hey, we noticed you left. You want to go ahead and come back and purchase this? And the second one's like, oh, hey, there's only 7 left. You want to go ahead and get this before it runs out? And then the third one is like, oh, we only have 1 left, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, just kind of pushing them over the fence, right? So that's extremely powerful as well. I've seen that perform exceptionally well. And also keep in mind, you don't have to pay for this traffic because it's already in your email list. And then after that, it pretty much everything, if they buy or if they go into our abandonment checkout sequence, then they're added into our email list for additional promotions in the future. So that's a setup of an advanced e-commerce store. Now keep in mind, even a complete beginner can do this. And if you're not entirely clear on this setup, then don't worry, because I'm going to go ahead and email you training in the future about this kind of setup and stuff like that. I'm going to show you how to do this kind of stuff. So it's really that easy, guys. That store alone, that store setup could make you thousands a day. That has made me thousands a day. That has made lots of other people thousands a day. It's not too complicated. Any baboon could do this, really. I mean, truly. So let me just kind of break this down for you. If your original product is only $9.95 and you have one $27 one-click upsell, let's say with a 50% profit margin, which is extremely doable, you might even have more than a 50% profit margin, that's $18 a sell, $18.47 a sell. And then you can market your other products to them via email forever. I average about $1 a month per customer on my email list. That's a rough estimation. It could be more, could be less, but that's about pretty accurate from what I've seen. So you're going to make $18 a sell for each customer that purchases your product. And you can go ahead and market to them forever, and they're on your email list, and they'll continue making you more money in the future. And you don't have to pay for that. You don't have to pay for any ads for that. They're in your email list, and it's essentially free traffic forever once they're in your email list, okay? So let's say you're spending 50 cents a click on Facebook ads, and then 25% of them convert, which means buy your first product. And this is entirely doable. 25% conversion rate is extremely doable for a $19.95 product. Okay, and you're spending 50 cents on Facebook ads. Again, that's entirely doable as well. So you're paying $2, which is 4 times 50 cents, which is the clicks we paid on Facebook, to make $18.47. Okay, and then and the math behind that is 50% of $19.95 plus 27, which $19.95 is a tripwire product. That's the one they add to cart, put in their cart details, and check out. And then they have an immediate one-click checkout, or one-click upsell, I should say, of $27. Okay, so that's the math behind $18. So that's a total of $16.47 a customer. Profit. That's profit. That's added in with your advertising expenses as well. So that's not revenue. That's profit. And this is immediately. This is the same day you buy that ad space. You're going to make $16.47 back for every $2 you spend. That's incredible. And it's entirely doable. So, like I said, if you spend $50 a day in Facebook ads, you're going to make $411.87 profit a day. This is practically autopilot, and this is stupid easy to scale. And just to break down the math, what I'm factoring in is $50 in Facebook ads a day divided by $2, which is our cost to get a conversion on our $19.95 product. That's factoring in a 25% conversion rate, which is entirely doable. That's 1 out of 4 people who land on your site will buy. And then that's times our profit margin, okay? And so our profit margin for our original product and our upsell is $16.47. So that's the math behind that. So do you guys see how easy it is to make a ton of money with e-commerce? It's so easy. I'm serious, a baboon could do it. Don't overcomplicate it. It's incredibly easy to go out there and make a ton of money. Seriously. And since we're drop shipping, the risk of losing capital is extremely, extremely, extremely low. And the investment is extremely low as well. So if you guys want more training like this, then I want to go ahead and invite you to click the button below, and you can hop into eCom Blitz Academy for just $1 for 14 days. It's no hard sell on the other page either. You can come in and check it out for $1, and you can, if you don't like it, you can simply leave. All of our coaches inside are making over $40,000 a month doing e-commerce, and the results on the next page, you'll see them. There's a lot of them. Other than that, make sure to keep an eye for more training, and I'll see you guys soon. Keep an eye on your email, eCom Blitz, and we'll be sending you some more training. Colton out.